friends, welcome back to Early Career Design Portfolio Reviews. Is that what it's called? I think you know what we're doing here, and I think you know what I am. I am, of course, excited to review Olga's portfolio. So I've shared my screen, and you can see that Olga, just like Gozia a couple of weeks ago, has her portfolio here on Behance. Now, I don't necessarily recommend Behance. It's not a terrible idea. But one of the things that I don't like about Behance is that it doesn't give any meaningful information for hiring managers. So if you're looking to get that salaried job, that position that works in an office or works remotely with an office, you're probably going to want to have a little bit more robustness around this information. So these things right here are vanity metrics that Behance provides. They're not helpful to a hiring manager. They don't actually let us know, like, just because you've had 2,000 portfolio views doesn't actually, I've clicked on it 6 times at this point. So appreciations, that's so cute, but that doesn't actually let the hiring manager know that there is quality here. So there's a bunch of information that draws the eye that isn't helping you get a job. Now, I don't know what the market's like in Poland or in Ukraine, but I do know that this is not enough information to really help anyone understand what exactly that you do. And because it's Behance, you don't get the opportunity to add any annotations or side notes or, hey, if you're reviewing this, check out this information, or here's some interesting context. None of that is available to you. So all you get is a little bit of hover information and some thumbs up. And that's great. But these could be thumbs up from 9-year-olds. So this doesn't help you promote yourself. So this is a CRM mobile app, but it looks like numbers. So instead of contact, I can't remember what a CRM stands for, but it's like managing your client relationship. A client relationship manager. What? Did I just figure that out? Okay, I might have. But it doesn't actually help me understand what this is about. I think that might be a crypto management app. I'm not sure. Let's see. NGO website design. I love that. Pottery Studio. I'm assuming that's a website design. Customized butterfly knives. So that's a web design. Okay. We've got a landing page and then a bakery. It looks like it says mobile application here, and this is in March. Support for refugees, and then Open Ukraine concept website. I think this is probably the most recent. Again, there is no indication here on Behance to let me know what's the most recent. The only one with a date is here, and that's March 2023. Again, I just happen to have good enough eyesight that I can see that. That's not super helpful for hiring managers. It's a mobile app for a bakery. I'm curious because what does a bakery need with a mobile app? A CRM mobile app. I'm curious what this is too. Develop a modern, unique mobile application with optimized visualization and UX UI design for analyzing sales, targeting, and finances. I want to know more about what are you selling? I feel like I don't really understand the user problem other than hey, design a thing. And that's not a great project intro. So it looks like we've got some visuals of someone allegedly using the app. We have a font selection, some pretty visualizations. We've got some branding colors, but I don't have any information about this. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's the whole project. Okay, I'm going to go to the Pottery Studio. Oh, about the project. Seamless experience. So it's for the Pottery Studio. Empathize. You're going to want to check your spelling on that. Hypotheses, mood board, great. Our website should help. Wait, this feels like a concept because is anyone really called Pottery Studio? That's just the name of the brand. Interesting. So we've got user research. This is tough to review because I feel like I'm just looking at UI design. This is visual design. You've got UX UI designer here, but I don't see UX. Let's see about some website. All right. It's a bridge for Ukrainians living in Poland to connect with Ukrainian culture. Oh, that is such a great idea. We had 4 ideas and only one to be chosen by the client. Subsequently, in a team of 4 designers, we collaborated to develop and implement the chosen idea. All right, what do we got? Problem statement. People from Ukraine living in Poland need communication and collaboration with Ukrainian culture. The age of users varies and classes are designed for different age groups. Classes and projects require financial support for their existence and development. Individuals and organizations contributing, I'm literally not entirely certain how to pronounce this. I'm going to feel like a jerk. Jednosk. Financially want transparency regarding how their money is spent, obviously. Visitors of Jednosk want the ability to cancel bookings and find details or answers to questions related to collaboration. All right, so this feels a little more aligned with a UX project. The solution. I wonder if we're saying the right solution will have these features, or if we're saying this is the solution, let me introduce it to you. So the platform allows users to conveniently cancel or book meetings online. Users on the website can easily select classes and schedule meetings with Ukrainians, considering their preferences, schedule meetings, considering their preferences. We got some duplication going on here. Users have the option to address specific questions and find answers through the FAQ, okay? Classes are organized based on age groups to cater to different user demographics. Website, I'm assuming, should feature a display of various global projects. And this solution aims to enhance user engagement and provide a seamless experience for those seeking connection and collaboration within the community. All right, seems reasonable. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to read a ton of this unless this is based in English. If we've got a lot of, the toy library, Carcassonne, and Uno. Cute. All right. We're showing the double diamond design process. I appreciate that we didn't use like the super messy one where we visualize all of the aspects of it, because we don't use all of the aspects for every project. Looks like here we have in the discover stage, we've got the problem statement and competitor analysis. The define stage, we have user persona and jobs to be done. Nice. Develop stage, we've got user flow sketches and high fidelity prototype. Totally fine with that. And then delivery, user interface, and adaptive design. I'm assuming that means responsive design for phrases that we would use here in the US. All right. FIND stands for Foundation of Initiatives for New Education, and is an organization that serves the purpose of developing the skills and attitudes of the future. That's good. Okay, you're a child, largest network of organizations. So this is the competitor analysis. This headline feels a little anticlimactic. It doesn't actually feel like a header. I can see, like, if I was using or reading this as a slide deck, I could probably understand or kind of grok that really quickly. But because it doesn't stand out as a heading, it looks like a bunch of tags. That didn't tell me that we had shifted into a new part of the case study. So maybe make that a little bit more clear. This is helpful information, and I also love that you kept it really simple. There's a lot of information out there about these organizations, these competitors, but calling out just a few things: simple layout and interface, navigation path is not clear, no breadcrumbs, nice. Various aspects of organization activity. Not all sections are adapted for Ukrainian. Lack of information about the organization, terrible navigation, yeah. Schedule is not depicted, no reports documentation. All right, this feels good. This feels reasonable. And now that I know your pattern, wait, did we have that? We don't have a visual establishing the overview up here. Maybe that would have been helpful if we were going to use those tags as headings. We should probably bring those in really early in the process so people know what to expect. All right, so design process, competitor analysis, sitemap. This is just barely readable, but I can work with it. And it's essentially like a really basic sitemap. It doesn't really tell you a ton of hierarchy. I'm curious what the purple selections are. Is that this feels like a utility menu option, and then maybe these are the main menu options, but the purple, since you haven't given us a legend for what the purple and the yellow and the white mean, I'm really just left to assume, which means that this isn't a terribly helpful visual to include. What did this help you define? What did this help you make a decision about for the user experience? Or was this just documenting something that had not yet been documented? So maybe add some context. All right, so we've moved into user personas and jobs to be done. All right, this is way too small, but I am grateful that this is not like one enormous long thing, which is what you typically see on Behance. So I could at least click in, but I'm going to say like even now, this is super, super tiny. So I probably would not include two personas on the same visual. I would separate them out so that I understood what's the difference between these personas. What makes these unique? Why do you have these two? What was it about your user research that led you to believe that Yulia and Maria were the two people that best represented the users of this website? So I'm confused and I don't really have any context for this. And it's really, really difficult to read. So it looks like you've got some hypotheses here, but since they're hard to read, that's going to make it difficult for anybody to know whether or not you made good hypotheses. So I'm really hoping that if I click away from this, I'm going to see that repeated on the next page. Nope. Oh, no, here we go. All right, so jobs to be done, just go straight into the visuals, okay? I don't have enough visual design skill to tell you whether or not this is good. Seems reasonable. The colors look vaguely cohesive. I would, however, be curious it's an image, so it's not going to give me the visuals and what these look like really. But I'm wondering, achromatopsia, low contrast. All right, so that's reasonably good. Let's go back to normal. Okay, now stop helping. Cool. Oh no, I clicked out of it. All right, so I don't have as much context as I would like for this visual design. It looks like you've got visuals for different pages, but again, everything is so small. It makes it really, and like clicking into it didn't necessarily make it that much better. All right, this is a little better. Home page, and then maybe a scrolled down home page. And then values, unity. Oh, nice. Okay, so this does look really good, but it's just hard to read. We're getting a general overview of what your skills are like, but not necessarily detail. I'd be more curious as a UX designer to know why we chose this structure, what the calls to action were, what are the intentions. Like these two buttons right here, support us and schedule of events. Are those the top priority tasks for people? If I go back to the jobs to be done page, find a co-working space when he does not know where to go to work, the user. So especially when we're talking about the user, and even though I know this is really small, oh no, come back. See, this is why it's really difficult to use. It's not ideal to use Behance because it's less interactive as a website. It's more just images and it's hard to manipulate those. So if I was on my phone, this would be almost impossible. If I was on a tablet, that might be tough. And depending on how these images show up on a laptop, I'm on a really big desktop screen, so this is easier. One thing I would suggest is instead of saying the user, I would refer back, since you have created user personas, I would refer to those user personas. So if this is Yulia, I would say Yulia wants to find a co-working space when she does not know where to go to work. She can see projects and programs for adults and children. They want to see schedule and visitors and their reviews. All right. Oh, cool. All right. We at least have a cute little GIF to know what's going on. I think the visual design is beautiful. I love the visual language you have here with the shading. I love the round pills. It feels like we're using maybe material design. It looks really good, but I'm not seeing you demonstrate that you've got UX design skills. I'd love to know more about the process of how you determined the jobs to be done. That's a little bit more in the realm of again, I keep getting kicked out, more in the realm of the user experience. And then you've got the high fidelity and then the user interface and adaptive design. I think this looks good. Landing page. Let's see if we got anything interesting here. Utility knife. It looks like this is just a typography for columns. All right. Grid system. Interesting. And it doesn't look as if people like left notes like you Olga didn't leave notes to say, here's what the goal was for this project. This is a real world project. I ended up working with this person who makes these knives. So any context that you can give a hiring manager, the better. I want to know, let's see, concept website. I love that you're using the same kind of visual language with the curves, lots and lots of curves. This is pretty standard, and I think it's beautiful. I think you made good choices on the visuals. Again, no context for your UX design. We're just going to click through everything today. All right. Looking at the visuals, they all look pretty good. Crazy eights, all categories of people. I feel like we might have done perhaps the Google course. I have included some additional information news. I think it should be very empty and boring without it. I made information about help from different countries accessible on the home page. UI kit. All right. Oh, let me see. I thought maybe there's a message. Nope. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you've got some experience, especially with visual design, contemporary poet. What does that say? Rock star. Amazing. Just the one, Ukraine's rock star. We gotta get some more rock stars over there. The rock star poet. I don't have a home anymore. I have only a memory. That is so sad. This is a beautiful website design, but again, it doesn't show any UX. So I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to review your portfolio. I think the suggestions that I would have to improve would be to make it just more clear which projects are which. So maybe add names here that say UX design or just visual UI design, just graphic layout, just to help people understand what they're looking for and how to find your best work. I think your styles are fantastic. I might consider using or working with a developer to set up an individual website, or perhaps using a different hosting website in order to share a little bit more of your work. Like, I would really love to see your thoughts and how you moved from point A to point B through your process, not just that you have outputs. So we're looking for outcomes that help us understand what you think and what you process, how you move from one part of the design process to another. That is all the important stuff, especially now that we have so many AI tools that can help us with visual design. All right, Olga, this is really good. I really appreciate you, and I genuinely hope this is helpful. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you're still here, which I appreciate, would you hit that subscribe button down there? It makes me really, really happy, but also it means that my work reaches more people. So thanks so much. If you have any feedback for Olga, please feel free to leave a comment below, or if you just want to tell me that you like my hair. Just kidding. I also like my hair. All right, everybody have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, love you. Bye.